What's going on, everybody? This is your good friend Helios. Hope you're all doing well out there. You know what this is. You've waited all year for it. The wait is finally over. Furality is just 1 day away. In fact, by the time you watch this, it won't even be a day away. It'll be hours away. Anyway, so the reason I'm making this video is because there's a fair bit of you that are probably coming to this convention for the first time. Seems like a lot of people are excited for the con this year. How can you not be? I mean, look at the Dealer's Den. By the way, if you haven't been to the Dealer's Den, visit now. It is amazing. A lot of great vendors on here, and this world design is unbelievable. I mean, look at this guy. This guy's so adorable. He's cute. He's amazing. He's wonderful, and most importantly, he is legally distinct enough for Nintendo to not come knocking. After today, the Dealer's Den will only be accessible to the people that are at the convention. So, if you're not registered, today is your last chance to look at the Dealer's Den, and more importantly, your last chance to register. So, make sure you go do that if you haven't already. Oh, geez, okay, there's lightning over there. Okay, anyone else see that? Anyone else see that? Seriously, well, I didn't notice that before. That was new. Anyway, the reason I'm making this video is because for a fair number of you out there, this is going to be your very first time at Furality. I, on the other hand, will be attending my third. And as such, I thought I might give you all some advice as to how to make your weekend as enjoyable as possible. While these tips are mainly designed for the newbies, this is also a good reminder for those of you who have been here before, because let's be real, we all forget to do this stuff from time to time. So here's a short checklist of things to do while you're counting down these final hours to Furality. Number 1, check your avatar. As you probably noticed, I got my avatar all dressed up. And maybe you got so excited that you went and decked out your avatar for this. Heck, maybe you got so excited that you didn't stop at one avatar and instead you made 2 avatars. Or maybe you made 3 avatars. Or 4. Or maybe even 5. Actually, no. No one made 5 avatars. Seriously, who would be crazy enough to make 5 avatars? I mean, I did, but whatever. If you were like me and you decked out your avatar, take some time today to make sure that everything is where it should be. Make sure all your shaders are working properly and all your emissions are color-coded the way you want them. All your fancy little gadgets like your badge here or any other assets you might have downloaded, make sure those are all working correctly and set up to be toggleable. If you don't have the official Furality assets yet, take some time to download them. They got some pretty cool ones this year. I mean, look at this thing. Like, it's one of the best things I've ever had in VRChat. Seriously, they cooked this year. The most important thing you can do during your avatar prep phase is optimize. Optimize. There's going to be a lot of people at this convention and only so many frames to go around. The first time I came to Furality, I had so many unoptimized avatars stampeding at me that my computer literally blue screened. Do not be the reason someone suffers the same fate. Now, there's lots of ways to optimize your avatar. Downscale your textures. Believe me, no one's going to see them at 4K. Get rid of all the things that you know you're not going to be using at the convention. Get rid of all the things that you shouldn't be using at the convention. See, he knows what I'm talking about. The point being, whatever you got to do to get your avatar as performance-friendly as possible, do it. The rest of the convention will thank you for it. But okay, maybe you don't have a tricked out avatar for this convention, which is totally fine. You are under no obligation to get dressed up at all. If that's the case, it's important to do the second thing on this list. Check your equipment. You know what I'm talking about here. Your headset, your trackers, your controllers. Check your cable. Make sure it's not on its last legs. If you're using the Android port, make sure your phone's up to snuff. We see you Android users out there. See, he sees you. Take a look at your computer. Make sure all the drivers are downloaded. Everything is working correctly. Charge up your hardware. Cannot stress this enough. Make sure everything is charged and ready to go. Honestly, y'all should have been checking this stuff way before now because you never really know when these problems are going to crop up. Just 2 weeks ago, my index cable died and I had to ship out for a replacement. Just days ago, the VR headset for one of the DJs at Club Fin stopped working. Thankfully, they're able to get it repaired, but whew, got pretty scared for a while there. The point is, you never know when technical snafus are going to crop up, so give everything a once-over, make sure it's in working condition, and that nothing is going to get in the way of your weekend at Furality. When it comes to your VR equipment, memorize the battery life of every single piece of hardware. Your headset, your controllers, your trackers if you got them. Find out what their battery life is and plan your convention accordingly. Designate times during each day when you're going to be recharging your stuff and make sure there's nothing going on that you don't want to miss. Which leads me right into my next tip. Check out the schedule. A few days ago, Furality posted the entire convention schedule on their website, and it lists absolutely everything. The meetups, the panels, which DJs are playing in Club Fin. Every bit of information that you need to know is on that schedule. Take a look at it, see what events interest you, and plan ahead to make those events. That also leads me into my fourth tip. Find out what your friends are doing. Furality is a great convention, but it's even better when you're there with a bunch of friends. If you're planning to go with a group, now's a good time to check in with them. Find out who's interested in doing what and when. Plan meetups for you and your friends. Just time to kind of hang out and enjoy the convention in each other's company. Additionally, if you got one friend that's going to an event all by their lonesome, offer to go with them. Who knows, you might end up finding something that'll really interest you. Last year, I joined a friend of mine at Soaring Fitness's panel, and now I've been with the gym for a whole year. You never know what could happen. The point is, talk with your friends, get a sense of what everyone's interested in doing, and plan your weekend accordingly. This leads me to my fifth and final tip, and it's obviously the most important. Have fun. Those of you that have been here before have some idea of what's in store for us this weekend. But if you haven't been here, I promise you that you have never experienced anything quite like this. You never really know what's going to happen or who you're going to meet or where you're going to end up going. At my first Furality convention, I had no idea what I was in for. By the end of that weekend, I had made like a couple of dozen new friends, and it was a great experience. And yeah, sure, 90% of those people I don't talk to outside of this convention, but I mean, hey, at least you're making friends and having fun, right? The point is that you are just hours away from getting to have a 4-day sleepover with 21,000 of your best friends. So enjoy every minute of it, because we only get to do this for 1 weekend a year. All right, let's review these 5 points one more time. Check your avatar, check your equipment, check the schedule, check what your friends are doing, and have fun. Also, on a personal note, if you do see me at Furality this weekend, feel free to come say hi. I'll most likely be in this avatar here, but you saw the other ones that I might be wearing this weekend as well. Yes, I made 5 avatars for Furality. What about it? Also, if you're looking for something to do, check out the Community Showcase that will be airing at 8 o'clock Eastern Time on Saturday the 7th. I was one of the creators who was fortunate enough to be included in the showcase. I can't wait for you all to see my submission as well as all the other submissions that got accepted. And yes, I am very much aware that it's running at the same time as Money in the Bank, but think about this. You can either choose to watch videos made by myself and a lot of really talented creators, or you can watch John Cena and Logan Paul and El Grande Americano for some reason. I mean, I know which one I'd pick. I'm just throwing that out there. Look at this guy. He's so cute. He's adorable. Kind of want to upgrade to the tier that lets me have one of these for myself, not lying. Anyway, like I said, these are just some helpful tips for those that might be new to Furality and are wondering if there's anything to do before the convention. You don't have to follow all these tips by any means, but if you do, you're much more likely to have a pretty good time this weekend. Anyway, that's all from your favorite photohound, and I'll see all of you in your dreams. No, not those dreams. Come on, don't be weird about this. I'm talking about this dream right here, this one. You get the idea, whatever. Anyway, this has been your good friend Helios, and I'll see y'all this weekend.